Excellent. Welcome everybody. Today is Monday, February the 2nd, 2026. You have joined the Kubeflow bi-weekly model registry call, so to be the rename Kubeflow Hub community call. This is a meeting is being recorded, and as usual, we will place it in the Kubeflow YouTube channel. And this meeting, like any Kubeflow meetings, adheres to the CNCF code of conduct. You can find the link to the CNCF code of conduct like any other items in the agenda. Everybody's free to add it. Link in the chat, but also in the meeting invite. Before we get started, I just wanted to pause for a couple of seconds if there is anybody new that want to introduce themselves or that want to say hi. Okay. Well, in the case that you wanted to say hi in the chat, also I will do a final round before wrapping up today. So don't hesitate to introduce yourself and also participate in the meeting if you see any topics that interest you. So we have quite a few points in the agenda that is coming from previous meetings, but also things that we need to follow up. For the SNCF graduation task, we are, as a Kubeflow, we are part of the Kubeflow so like a package proposal to graduate in CNCF. We are one of 6 components of Kubeflow to integrate in that one. And the overall CNCF thing is still 14 place. I've also still asked around when the new security audit document is going to be released, but hopefully it will incorporate the comment that we made. Next item for, I'll just go quickly to some of the items because it's mainly, I would say, due diligence to need to check. For the release 1.11, we've contributed some slides that we took it through in the previous meetings. And also we contributed our part by making some demo videos and doing the recording of videos of the slides. I really want to thank especially Alessio for contributing to this demo. You can find it in this release and platform working group. They have a folder where we have participated in that one. So again, please give a round of applause for Alessio for participating and making that demo. If anybody has any questions on these 2 items, please feel free to raise your hand and let me know. In case I will progress quickly, I see that Ramesh is in the call, but just a friendly reminder, I think that tonight is the last day to submit if anybody in the team and in the working group has any idea for the Google Summer of Code. The idea sort of like a time is pressing. So in this PR, there is a template that you can follow to participate in the Google Summer of Code. So if you want, you have today, basically. Ramesh, please correct me if I'm wrong, to submit your proposal.
Right. Today is the last day to submit a proposal. The one thing I thought which would be really useful for the community, Matteo, if anybody is willing to participate, be a mentor, is something we have not been able to do so far. That is integration with the KServe for the deployment of the model. That is a pretty straightforward. I think that would be a good addition to the model registry functionality, in my opinion. So if anybody wants to do that, just write up a small proposal, put it out there, then a community person can lead that one up. Yeah, just like an idea, but if you have some other things, please go ahead. That's how one another way to be. You can be a mentor and bring in help the community.
Yeah, so maybe for that idea is somebody with UI skills as well. So like I think that in the proposal it should be called out that this requires some integration with the UI because this is a functionality that we do through the UI. So in case there is somebody interested to do a mentor, I don't think that sort of like we need needs any special knowledge of UI to be a mentor in that case, because sort of like we have this capability in some forks, but doing it upstream is something that I think it will provide a lot of value, and I think that it's a good opportunity also to look into cross teams contributions. So just adding some perspective there. I hope that's all right. Okay, okay. So I think that Ramesh also has given a very interesting and compelling idea. So in that case, don't hesitate if you want, especially to seize the chance to be a mentor in a program that is recognized beyond the Kubeflow community, and indeed Gumor Summer of Code is there for as far as I remember. Moving on to the next item, we have a PR open to elevate John as an approver. The PR goes into the details about all the contributions that John has made to the process, and it's following the usual mandate that we have in the Kubeflow community. So the reason I put it there is that for the people that are connected, please take a moment if you didn't have done so already to maybe just send your comment. I don't expect there is anybody against, but in case, sort of like the time is now. But indeed, beside the jokes, yeah, this is an opportunity if you wanted to mention your congratulations, and then we're going to move swiftly to approve, given that all requirements are matching. The next item, I see that Paul, you have some items, so up to you.
Yeah, so I just wanted to give a quick note about a PR that's open. This is to like model catalog up till now has only supported a single instance to run. Like you could run multiples, but they would all try to write to the database at the same time, which is at least inefficient, if not um, harmful. So this adds just a simple leader lock, and then all the other instances will be read-only replicas. If anybody's willing to review that and test it out, be most appreciated. Any feedback is welcome. That was all I had. Just a quick note. Oh, you're on mute, Mateo.
Apologies. No, thank you very much, Paul. Indeed, again, I think this adds to a great capability to the model catalog, and especially as we're transitioning this into this Kubeflow hub. I think this is a very great contribution. So thank you for taking the lead on this aspect. And so, like I expect that this can be reviewed as other PRs. But thank you for highlighting this one. I think is an important to show all the work that you and the others have been doing in the model catalog.
All right, thanks.
Fantastic. Next item here, beyond the follow-ups, I think this one is Alessio.
Yeah, thank you, Matteo. Yeah, I just want to give more highlight to this POC that I worked on the last week. This is about a tool, CLI tool, to generate the boilerplate for new AI assets catalogs. So, for example, if we want to add the MCP catalogs or any future AI asset catalog, this tool has an hybrid approach. One is deterministic, so there are Golang templates that scaffold all the sub-project. Yeah, here we can see the folders. And another aspect that is agent-oriented, so it generates a few sub-commands for Cloudy at the moment that makes easier to add new properties to an entity or new types of artifacts. So I think it can be a good tool to make easier and faster to create new catalogs. And so if you think it's a great idea, please give me feedback in this PR. and then we can formalize it, making a proposal in the project. Thank you.
Makes a lot of sense, and what I like, as you described, Alessio, is that you have both something that is sort of like on rails, so deterministic, surely, and sort of like you integrate with the AI agents as well to sort of like to provide the part where it's more a fuzzy type of approach. I think this is also can be very interesting in the concept of indeed the Kubeflow Hub to sort of like indeed make this available for us to reach out to other type of assets that can be, agents tomorrow, whatever that may be, and so on and so forth. So I think that this can be a tool that also sort of like still have the human in control, but sort of like provides a way to be more efficient in when we are finding new patterns. So thanks a lot for this one. So you heard from Alessio. It's like, I think that you can go and add your comment. So don't hesitate to, let me just highlight it in green, maybe, so that we remember, so that people so like can go and provide their comments to this PR. Thank you so much, Alessio.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any question for Alessio or Paul? In that case, always don't hesitate to raise your hand. I have some follow-ups items, quite a few actually. So I will just go through it, and don't hesitate to raise the hand if you want to see. To speak more in details. So for the Kubeflow, 1.11 is out of the gate already. But one of the things that we are trying to do is to ensure that we have enablement by default in the manifest. So I saw some work ongoing on some PRs and on some Slack channels threads. So here is indeed my call is just to keep tabs on it with the UI team, because we have some question at times from these individual contributors that are coming from the Kubeflow manifest, and they are having questions about the UI manifest. So it will be really important to keep our SMEs in this area integrated over there. They need this individual contributor just need some directions in order to make sure that what they are doing in the Kubeflow manifest is really what is intended, especially for the UI, because for the rest of the manifest, the backend services typically were autonomous, and also between all the people, Paul, Alessio, but everybody else, I think that we covered in the past for this type of question from the Kubeflow manifest. Here there is some item that we still have to do for the rename of the say the GitHub repo and our call, since that now the cap has been approved by the steering committee. So we have been having some chatting conversations as well about it. So I will keep the item in the follow-ups for the agenda, and I'm pretty sure that we will know more about these topics later on. I also wanted to add for the some of the recent caps. So just one more friendly reminder, maybe I'll just do here one last time, is that if you notice anything with the GitHub container registry images, please report back, or otherwise we can sort of like move on, and sort of like the next time I'm not going to use this one. So sorry, I'm just picking up a question in the chat. All right, Surya, yeah, it's like do you want to can you take the mic? Do you want to ask the question in the meeting? Hello.
Yeah, so hello everybody. So I was stuck at that profile step. There was a profile issue, there was a namespacing issue to be precise. There was no namespace showing up. The model registry was there in the panel that is available on the left side. But when I click on that model registry tab, there was no namespace that is being assigned to me. So I was stuck at that step particularly. So I was talking to Edgar for guidance, but he's busy. So I would appreciate any help regarding that.
So Surya is like I think that so sorry, I'm just going you for by the first name that I see here in Zoom. So please let me know if I'm not pronouncing correctly. I see that you have a thread open in the model registry to which Lucas also mentioned some direction. So my suggestion will be that try to see if Lucas comments helps you there. And in case
Yeah,
that you
so
need,
I have seen that comment, but it didn't help me much. It was
Mhm,
just he was just stating the issue that I was having basically.
mhm. Yeah, but
So
so the issue that you are having is the integration with the Kubeflow dashboard, which is through the UI. So this is what I'm understanding. And for this one, we need somebody that is knowledgeable about the UI integration to help you out. So
yeah,
I'm seeing who is participating in the call today, and I don't see anyone specifically that can help with that Kubeflow dashboard integration today. That's why I'm suggesting it will be ideal to keep the conversation in Slack. Here is my suggestion. Try to follow up on that Slack thread. If you cannot solve it, say by the end of this week, my suggestion will be to raise a GitHub issue so that we have more people also looking. We can dispatch the GitHub issue in addition to Slack. How does that sounds to you?
yeah, sure, that works.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the contributions from the manifest. We really appreciate also individual contributors that are helping us with integration with the Kubeflow manifest. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Then, okay. So for the SDK, I think that this one we had it integrated. So please join me in a round of applause, of course, of John, but also Sydney for the propedeutic work that we did, that was done, that they did with the Kubeflow SDK, the ML Experience Working Group. So just as a friendly reminder, here is the takeaway from that part is that if we are now trying to write any new user-facing client, and I double highlight this one, any new work should be done in the Kubeflow SDK. So that is something that we need to keep in mind. So in the case that I know that we have been developing more infrastructural clients, like things to test the REST API. This is not really the intent for the SDKs overall, but if we are starting now after that to design some user-facing client, Python client, then we should do that one in the SDK. So, anybody has any questions so far? I don't see any raised hands, so we'll just progress through the agenda item. I don't know if Chris, do you want to do any follow-up? You shared with us in some previous meeting about the MCP catalog proof of concept. I don't know if you wanted to give the rest of the working group some updates.
I don't know that there's huge updates to go through here. I mean, we've mostly been just kind of like trying to, in the background, work through and refine flows. And, I think some of what Alessio showed is, what a potential approach that we could take to implementing MCP within that. And then we've just been kind of having some conversations around, what it would mean in terms of effect on API to support it. But I think in the upcoming week, we're gonna, I think, really start to turn focus towards it as we just had some broader conversations of what the effect would be within the catalog for Hub itself.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chris.
Sure.
And indeed, it's like if anybody didn't see, there is a PR with a proof of concept for the MCP catalog that contains also a video. So sort of like sorry, some screenshots. So in that case, please don't hesitate to sort of like reach out to explore what is being done there. And if you have any comments on that POC, the time is now is a good way to contribute some also perspective on those areas. I think that Mike, you've added these items.
Yes, I wanted to give a quick demo of some of the stuff that we've been working on the model catalog UI, just to kind of update. We've talked about some of this stuff before, but I can give a quick demo.
Yeah, of course.
It says I can't share my screen while you are sharing your screen.
Let me stop sharing my screen if I can find a way to stop sharing. 1 second. Oh, sorry. Okay, I should have stopped the sharing.
Okay. Let's see if I can share here. All right. Are you able to see the screen?
We see model catalog sources web page.
Yes. Okay, great. So this model catalog sources page, which we've also discussed as model catalog settings, the name kind of changed, is our new UI for exposing the config map configuration for model catalog. We have, I think, shown an early version of this before. I'm still running it in mock mode right now. I'm having some issues with my kind cluster, but I can still show the new changes. But so you can enable and disable your sources. If you have default sources here, you can choose to disable them while you manage them. And when you're managing them, there are all sorts of features here. There's still some style bugs in the material theme here we need to fix, but we're working on that. You can specify wildcard patterns for models you want to include, and then models you want to exclude from the set that matches that. And then you can get previews. This is a static preview because it's mocked, but you can see a preview list of the models that will be included in the catalog when you update this source and the ones that will be excluded. And this is cursor-based pagination, so if you have a lot, you can load more and see them all. And this works for the YAML file source types, which is the default catalog source type, and then any custom YAML that you add. Or if you have a Hugging Face repository, you could, for example, say meta. Oh, my monitor's flickered. Hopefully I'm still sharing. That was weird. Okay.
Yeah, you are.
And then this access token should be disabled by default. I think in mock mode it's just not respecting that flag, but that'll come later. And then you can preview and see it would pull in from Hugging Face, and you can optionally use the model visibility options that I was describing. It is more impressive to show this in a real cluster, so sorry that my cluster is not working. But this is the view that I think I had showed some of that, but this is something that we completed and is now usable. And then if you go over to the model catalog itself, new stuff that we have wrapped up here. If you have model performance artifacts loaded in your cluster, you can use this model performance view. When you toggle this on, you get new filter controls that allow you to filter down models by those performance artifacts. You can choose your scenario for what your model is benchmarked for, latency of different metrics and percentiles, the RPS that you're targeting, different hardware that you want to use, and then these models will be filtered by these parameters. And you can jump right to the benchmarks that are also this filter state is shared, so it will, if you update them here, then you're trying to kind of look at the details of this model's performance artifacts and go back to the catalog. You'll still have those changes to your filters, and then you can see that this table of hardware configurations has been filtered. You can customize the columns here. This is this wrapping bug will fix. This is something that is specific to the material theme that we need to fix. But you can choose which columns you would like to see here, and this gets persisted, and you can reorder them as well. And so you can have a customized view here. Did that not persist? Okay, it is coming in hot, so I don't know why that replica should be first. There we go. Yeah, okay. I must have selected the wrong thing there. Anyway, and then we have this model variance by tensor type comparison. So this is a new feature that you can see in the catalog details page for a specific model. If there are other models that have the same, I think it's called model variant group ID, then you can see links to them with the different tensor types. So this is the same model with the different compression. I can go look at that and look at the different performance for it. It's sort of a grouping of models that you can navigate between. And that is about it for the new functionality. I think Yeah, we've got some of these rough edges we're polishing off, but that is otherwise feature complete. So it's stuff that we've been working up to for a while. So just wanted to kind of show off the current state of it.
Thank you so much, Mike. Even with mock data, I think that this will give sort of like the end users and who are seeing is like they will sort of like understand that indeed is like they can use the model catalog for indeed the purposes that we described previously, but also sort of like if they have internal performance data, they have really a strong capability to that help them guide to select the end users can be guided to be selected what is the best model that will perform. So really showing one additional, I would say, key cornerstone for the catalog. And thank you so much for taking the time for showing us a demo. I know that especially like at times the clusters are not behaving as we wish. So even with the market data, I think it really shows what are the UI capabilities that are integrated with the backend that we have.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Does anybody have any question for Mike or any question for Chris? Okay, this one is a follow-up that we did for the Docker Compose, but we have created actually also a GitHub issue because there are some compilation failures. So I will keep this topic in the agenda to follow up maybe on another chance. So any other topics that were not introduced as an agenda item that people want to bring up, this is the chance. I don't see any raised hand. All right, so going once, twice. All right, thank you so much, everybody of you who have contributed not only to the code, but also to today's meetings. It's really great to see many different type of contributions and from different aspects of this integration. So thank you so much for everybody. I just friendly remind that tomorrow there is the Tuesday, every Tuesday there is the community call. If you, for everybody that is listening in, I needed to remind kubeflow.org. If you go to community, there will be a calendar and you can see every event that is happening for the Kubeflow community. So tomorrow is the community call. And every 2 weeks, we also participate in the release and platform call as well in there. So thank you very much, everybody, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you.